Algeria has a rich history and culture. The Algerian youth is determined and can lead Algeria into a new era of peace and progress through quality training and education. Hi, my name is Selsan Shaddadi. I am a former Fulbright scholar, an Algerian, and a mom. I was born in Algiers, and then I grew up in Constantine, in Algeria. Later, I decided to pursue my graduate studies in the UK and then in the US. I have a PhD in American Studies from the University of Kansas, and I am currently based in California, where I have started a consultancy in diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as learning. Today, I am the founder of Limitless Learning, the platform for e-learning. So what is Limitless Learning? Limitless Learning is an e-learning platform that provides hands-on, world-class training for professionals and students. We work with organizations, universities, and companies in general to provide training in communication and technology. Our learners are all over the world, which is the beauty of online learning. Our training ranges from 4 weeks to 8 weeks to semester-long courses. We also offer sometimes on-site training. We have two types of training. One is that has to do with STEM fields and technology. Python programming, cybersecurity, and AI foundations are a few examples. Number two, anything that has to do with emotional intelligence and communication, such as conversational English, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and interpersonal communication. While the Algerian youth has a lot of potential, it is facing a lot of hurdles, such as paying for e-learning solutions. Also, a very slim number of people are able to go abroad and pay for their studies using their own means. So at Limitless Learning, we offer 1. Higher education and training that complements the Algerian higher education so that they can compete internationally. 2. We close the skills gap by being trained by experts all over the world. And number 3, we firmly believe that Algerians have the same opportunities and should have the same opportunities like everyone else in the world, and everyone should have access to quality education and training. In addition to that, we provide flexibility, affordability, and personalized learning so you can unlock your potential. Last but not least, we are 100% Algerian, which means that Limitless Learning teaches you in English, but provides you with the cultural and linguistic context that you need to thrive. At Limitless Learning and through our training, we provide the African youth with the opportunities that are available in the US and in Europe. Moreover, I firmly believe that working with women and empowering them is very important. I work with moms every day, and through Limitless Learning, we give them the flexibility they need to be better moms and better educators. Last but not least, Algeria is witnessing a huge, massive brain drain. And through Limitless Learning, we give the experts abroad the opportunity to make a difference and teach the youth in their home country. Sign up now at www.limitlesslearning.us. At Limitless Learning, the sky is the limit.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. مرحبا بكم at Limitless Learning for another exciting live. أنا نشوف باللي some of you have already joined. السلام عليكم شاكر أحمد مرحبا بكم. We're very very happy today عنا a special guest اللي هو عبد القادر ولا طارق, student at أنسية. دوك نخليك تقدم نفسك in a little bit. واليوم it's a very special webinar because it's something that's very simple. كما راكم تشوفوا لي ويب سايت partout, بصح هاد ما على بالناش فورسيمون كيفاش نبنيو هاد الويب سايتس. maybe راك تخمم بلي it's very very hard ولازم تكون computer science, but actually you can do this. and اليوم it's just a very very introductive webinar يعني حاجة vraiment راح تبدأوا بها as a very basic concept, and then une fois تبدأوا تشوفوا à peu près how it works, we can provide in the future إن شاء الله a more advanced course يعني a full course تاع 4 semaines about how to build your own website. Donc اليوم c'est juste une introduction. Donc بلا ما نطول عليكم نخليكم تبدأوا directement مع عبد القادر. So if you can please عبد القادر introduce yourself briefly ونخليك تبدأ على بركة الله. Thank you for joining Limitless Learning and for being here with us today.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أنا ابن باجي طارق، طالب في المدرسة العليا للذكاء الاصطناعي. So welcome everyone to this fun session about web development, and I'm happy to be with you today. Today I'm gonna teach all of you how to make your own personalized web page. Now, can I ask a quick question before we can start? Now, how many of you thought about making their own web page? Type yes if you've ever thought about making your own web page.
Donc الناس اللي خموا ديجا يديروا الويب بيج تاعهم they can just type yes في comments comme ça نقدروا we can move forward إن شاء الله.
Just to see how many people are actually thought about making their own web page.
Okay, you can see some people saying yes. شفت اني ناس من انستغرام بس ما يبانوش لي كومنتير تاعهم هنا في ستريم يارد, but yes, a few people on Instagram are saying yes. Dalila, thank you so much. Yes, I can see her putting her comments. Yes, thank you.
All right, so we can move on. So build your first web page with HTML, a fun and interactive introduction to web development. Here you can see the final page that we will build. Now this is a personalized page, so you will obviously have some other text there and choose the image that you like. So what we'll do today, we will learn the basics of HTML. I will show you the different syntax of the HTML programming language. غادي نشوفوا مع بعض كيش غادي نكتبوا الكود تاع HTML باش نكومونيكيو مع الويب براوزر باش يخرج لنا لاباج تاعنا. Now we build a personalized digital poster or mini bio page. دونك كما قلت لكم غادي كل واحد يكون عنده لاباج تاعو بيرسوناليزي باش يوري فيها الاهتمامات تاعو ولا يوري شي حاجه انتريسون. We will add a Google font to make it look awesome. بون غادي كي نكملوا لاباج تاعنا غادي الفونت غادي يكون غير تاع اللي نعرفوه باغ ديفو, يكون اريال, يكون يعني ان فونت سامبل. حنا غادي نمشيو الويب سايت تاع جوجل فونت وغادي كل واحد يختار الفونت اللي يعجبو. There is no prior experience needed, just bring your creativity. دونك كل واحد غادي يقدر يتبع معنا اليوم كون حتى ما كاش عنده اكسبيريونس في المجال هذا. Now before moving on, I want everyone to take a guess about what HTML is. Type in the comments. Type in the comments. Just take a guess. All right, so moving on.
واحد قال لك it's a programming language.
Yes, it's a programming language, but a special programming language to program websites. So moving on, what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's actually a programming language to program different websites. It's the structure of a web page, just like the skeleton of a house. دونك هادو هما يعني البيلدينغ بريكس اللي غادي نديرو بهم الويب سايت تاعنا كما ليغو بريكس. we use different tags to create elements. دونك هادو H1 P E M G هادو كل واحد غادي يمثل لنا واش غادي نصيبو في الويب بيج تاعنا. دونك كيما هذا H1 غادي يكون يسموه هذا الهيدر، يكون يعني تكست يكون كبير، وكما كاين من H1 ل H6 H1 كبير عاود يجي تحتو H2 عاود H3 ويكون syntax يكون opening tag and closing tag، وفي الوسط يجي عندنا الكونتنت تاعنا forming an element. So this is the form of an HTML element. Now I have a small web page to show you that will introduce you to different elements that we will use today. Donc, so these are some HTML elements that we will use today to make our own web page. So these are not all the elements, but just a few of them, just enough to make our own website. So we have the headings from H1 to H6. You can see here that the H1 is the biggest kind of text, and we move on till we reach H6. Now there is the paragraph element, which is just a simple paragraph. Now there is the image element, IMG. You can choose whatever image you want and put it in the image element, and it will display a simple image in your website. Now this is the link element. It's just an A tag. This is an unordered list where you type UL in the tag, and this is an ordered list, which is OL, ordered list. Now moving on with our presentation. So what we'll build today? We will build a personalized digital poster that includes your name, a fun image, a list of your favorite things, and a link to your favorite website. And we will use Google Font to add an awesome font to our website. Now, of course, you can add as much things as you want, but just to keep things simple. Now, the tools that we will use. We will use a text editor. So I want everyone to be to have their PCs with them to follow along with the tutorial. We'll use a simple text editor. Now, for today's tutorial, we will use Notepad. Now, everyone has Notepad on their PC. We will use a web browser, for example, Chrome or Firefox, to see your page in action. And we will use Google Fonts to add a cool font. This is the web browser Chrome. This is Google Fonts logo. And this is the Notepad application. Now let's get started. Open your text editor and follow along. كل واحد فيكم يقدر الاورديناتور تاعو ويتبع معنا كش غادي نبنيو الويب سايت. Now don't worry if you make mistakes. إذا كان عندك بروبلام ولا تقدر تكتب لنا في لي كومونتير ونقدروا نوريو لك كيفاش غادي how to fix this problem. Now feel free to ask questions or share your progress in the chat. كل واحد قدر يوصل لحاجة ولا حاجة خدمت له ولا يكتب لنا في الشات. I will show you what I want you to do is create a new file, a new simple text file, and call it index. Now I want you to enter this file. I want you to access this file. I will share my screen with you to now this is the file that we're working with. Now everyone follow with me. Type yes if you're following with me. Type yes if you're following with me. All right. So what I want you to do is type an opening tag and then type HTML and then type a closing tag, closing bracket. And then you hit enter, click enter. And then you open a bracket, you type a slash and type HTML.
عبد
When
القادر, maybe can you make your screen a little bit bigger باش يشوفوا مليح
yes, yes.
Thank you.
Now, when the browser receives this opening and closing tag, what do you think will happen? What do you think you will see in the screen? Type in the chat. Type in the chat. Now you'll see a blank screen. This has nothing in it, so it will show nothing, absolutely nothing. Now what I want you to do is do the same thing, but now do it for the head element and for the body element. I will tell you what the head element contains. It will contain some code that will be executed by the browser to show stuff like the title, for example. So we can write the title of our page here with the title tag, of course. Now you can write anything you want. I wrote, for my case, I wrote my awesome web page, but you can choose any title you want for your own web page. Are you following with me? Have you reached this point of the code? Type in the chat. Type in the chat. All right. All right. So the next thing, so what do you think there is on the web page at this point? What do you think there is on the web page? Now I will tell you about the body tag. This body tag will contain everything visible in the web page. So every text, every image will be, we will write it in the body tag. So what do you think will appear on the screen? Now that is the body tag, the empty body tag. What do you think will appear on the screen? So nothing will appear. Nothing will appear. Now what I want you to do is make a H1 tag and write something like your name. Something like hello, I am Tariq. To give some content for your website. Now what I want you to do is save as you hit file and then save as. I will show you what appears on the screen. I want you to click on file and save as. Click this the type selector and select all files. And what I want you to do, after the name of your file, type .html and click save. What you will get is an HTML file that you can run in your browser. Now, have everyone managed to do this task? Have everyone managed to do this task? Yes, Mesa, nothing will appear on the page. That was 2 minutes ago, I think. Now, have you reached this point? Have you created your HTML file? If you have any problem, you can type in the chat. You can type in the chat. I can repeat this for you if you can't. Oh, I see some people that have managed to do the task. We'll do step by step. We'll do this step by step. Don't worry. All right. All right. Now you have your index.html file. What I want you to do is right-click on it. Right-click on your HTML file and open with and select Google Chrome. Select Google Chrome or your favorite browser. Do you see what appears? Does the header element appear? Have you managed to reach this point? Have you managed to reach this point? Yes, you can use whatever you want. Someone in the chat is asking. Someone in the chat is asking. Can I use PyCharm? Can I use PyCharm? You can use whatever text editor you want. You can use whatever editor you want. Just make sure to save as an HTML file. Make sure to save as an HTML file in order for this to work. Now, have you opened your HTML file in your browser? كل واحد فيكم يحل يفتح الفيشي تاع index.html في جوجل كروم ولا البراوزر اللي يعجبه. Have you managed to open your file in the browser? Just so I know if we move on to something else. If you have a problem, type it in the chat. If you have any problem, you can type it in the chat.
We can't see your screen now, Rufaidah.
I stopped the presentation.
Okay.
All right. So did everyone open the HTML file in the web browser? If you have any problem, you can type it in the chat. Have you managed to open your HTML file? And if you opened your HTML file, just tell me what is on the screen. What do you see on your screen? If you're having any problem, I can repeat for you. I can repeat the task for you. What do you see on your web browser? I want everyone to tell me what they see on their web browser and if they have any problem. Just so we can move on to the next step. type yes if you can see a text in your web browser. كل واحد يفتح الفيشي في ويب براوزر تاعو ويكتب لنا واش خرج له في الويب براوزر. كل واحد فيكم. Alright, so you see the title. Do you see a text? Do you see a text on your screen? Do you see a text on your screen?
I'm going to read some of the comments من الانستغرام. Okay, so you have Jamaldin is asking me not because I was later. I don't see the beginning. Okay, what are we supposed to do exactly? And can you show the task, please, to write it, please? Someone is asking.
Do you want me to repeat the task from the beginning?
I don't think we have time for this parce que دوك يقدروا يعاودوا يشوفوا l'enregistrement. But maybe you can just tell them maybe what to do next ولا يقدروا يتبعوا معاك and then they can watch the video again. Okay?
I can paste in the text in the file, and you can follow with us. You
Perfect.
can paste
Exactly.
the content of the file.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
But can you please paste the text for me in the chat?
Sure. 1 minute. You mean the comment?
The text file. I pasted the contents of the file in the private chat in the StreamYard.
Oh, okay. So you want me to put it for the Instagram followers, هكا?
Yes, for everyone to follow along.
C'est bon. Got it.
All right. So create a text file and copy and paste this text with us, and then save it as an HTML file, and you can follow along with us. You save as and type .html. I will show you one more time. You copy the text in the chat. You create a new text file and name it index. Now I already have an index file, so I will name it index2.
We'll just wait for a few minutes. Je pense راح له la connexion donc يعاود يجي. Okay. Thank you.
There was a problem in the internet. Do you see me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
So we'll start. Did you see that I saved the HTML file? All right, so I think we'll move to the next step.
Yes, go ahead.
Now, this is what you have in your file. This is what you have in your file. Now, we want to add a small text. We want to add a small text. Now you can add here, you can add, for example, emojis and such. We will add a small text, a small paragraph, and you can type whatever you want. And of course, don't forget the closing tag. Don't forget the closing tag. What do you think will appear on the screen? What do you think will appear on the screen? Type in the chat. Type in the chat. What do you think that will appear on the screen? Just to see if you're following along with me. Type yes if you're following along. Type yes if you're following along.
And on Instagram, they're saying yes.
All right. So we'll move to the next step. We'll move to
You
the
have
next.
5 minutes left, Tarek, okay?
All right, all right. So what do we want? We want to display a cute image. Type in the image tag. Type in img and type in source, src, which is a shortcut for source. Now I want you to go to your favorite browser and search for an image that you like. For example, a kitten image. You can right-click on the image you like and copy the address of the image. Now I want you to type in 2 quotes. Don't forget these 2 quotes and paste in the source. Paste in the link of the image. And we want to specify a specific width for the image. So we'll just type in width and type in 2 quotes, and you type in, for example, 200 px, which is pixels, 200 pixels, and then type in slash and the closing tag. Type in slash and the closing tag. All right, now save your file. Save your file. What do you see? What do you think we'll have on our web page? What do you think we'll have on our web page? Now, if you've already opened your HTML file in your browser, just hit refresh. Click refresh to get your new content. Now we can use and we can create a simple list with our favorite hobbies or favorite things to do. We can type in the h2 tag, and you can type in, here is a list of my favorite hobbies. Type in the opening tag and a slash and an h2. Do you remember the tag for the list element? Do you remember the tag for the list element? What is the tag for the list element? What is the tag for the list element? All right, so we can go to the next step, which is making our list. On the same file, you can choose if you want an unordered list or an ordered list. An unordered list will have just points. And if you want 1, 2, 3, you can type in OL, which is ordered list. Now type in LI. This is the list element. And you can type here the content in the list element. /li. And here I will show you how to do the link element. You can type in p tag, and here you can type, here is my favorite website. And now we will create an A element inside the P element. So we have a paragraph with a link in it. We can do A and type in what do you want the title of the link to be, which is my personal website. And type in /A. Now this link doesn't point to anywhere. It won't do anything. What I want you to do is go to the opening tag. This is the opening tag, the first tag, first A tag, and type in space and type href and type in equals and 2 quotes. Now inside this quote, you want to type in the link of your favorite website or the website that you want the link to go to. For example, you can visit my personal website. Don't forget the quotes. Don't forget the quotes, because if you forget the quotes, it won't work. All right. So we can now save this file and refresh our page. We can refresh our page. Now, where is the page? You can refresh the page. As you can see, we now have a list element. Now I should have added more elements to see the list element. You can copy this line and paste it, and this will be the second element in the list. So it will be 2, not 1. So there will be the first element will get a 1, and the second element will get a 2. Now you can type in whatever you want, because as we said, this is your personal web page, of course. Now you can click refresh, and you can see the second element. Now what I want you to do, you can see this is there is something missing. The font is very basic. We want something special. We want a special font in order for the website to be nice. Now there are many sources of the fonts you can choose from, but I prefer Google Fonts. So just search in for Google Fonts and click on the first link. You will get a series of awesome fonts, and you can choose the filters here. We can choose something fancy or something more calm. You can click on the font and click in Get the Font. You can click in Get the Font. Once you have found the suitable font for you, you can click in Get Font. And you click Get Embed Code. And in this page, you click on Import. And you can see here, it says embed code in the head of your HTML. You can copy the code by clicking on this button.
Okay. We can only see your main screen, but it's okay. I think they had a very good introduction. You have one question from a follower here, Abdelkader. So his name is Dries. In your opinion, what is the best language for programming and designing websites through your experience in this regard? Thank you, Dries, for your question.
Now our web browser only understands HTML. So there is no other language to create websites. However, there are other languages that try to you can write your code in another language and it's translated to HTML automatically. So you write it. There are some special languages, and we call them libraries, that you can write your code in another language, and it gets translated to HTML for the web browser to read. And an example for these tools is React.js, and there is also Vue.js. There is also Svelte and other frameworks. You can search on this on Google. There are plenty of sources to learn these programming languages. And there are official docs for each for each tool, so you can't get lost.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Abdelkader. That was a really interesting presentation. دونك الناس اللي ما بداوش من الاول maybe they missed some steps باسكو لازم تتبعوا من الاول. اللايف هذا تلقاه انجستري في اليوتيوب والفيسبوك. دونك الا كان راكم من لاباج ليميتلس ليرنينغ تلقاهم في لي باج تاعنا فيسبوك ويوتيوب، ولا كان جيتوا من مباشر سيليكون فالي كيف تلقاهم في يوتيوب وفيسبوك. في الانستغرام the lives are not saved. دونك الا كان تشوفوا فينا من انستغرام just head over to our Facebook and YouTube pages and you should be able to see it. If you have more questions for Abdelkader, maybe Abdelkader, you can leave your contact information here, anything that you want to be public, bien sûr, مش حاجة personnel. So if you want to leave your email address if people have questions. Sinon, خليونا une question في private, like private messages, and we will be happy to answer.
You can visit my personal website.
Can you post your website in the comments, Abdelkader? That way we can actually see it. That would be great. And there is all the information and contact. Thank you. Yeah, I'll let you type.
Please share it with all the platforms. I shared with you the link. Please share it with all the platforms.
Oh, you put it on the private chat. Okay. You can't post on the regular chat?
No, I can't. I don't have access.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Let me just put the... I don't know why you don't have access, but it's okay. I'm posting it for you. So I'm putting it in the comments. This is Tariq's personal website. Donc هو اللي خدمه. Of course, if you have any questions, if you have any maybe website needs, لكن حبيت واحد يخدم لكم الويب-سايت تاعكم, also reached out to Abdelkader. I think it's a great opportunity باش تشوفوا les étudiants à l'INSEA how talented they are. Of course, we're lucky to we had been lucky to work with you, Abdelkader. So thank you again for being here. يعطيك الصحة. And نتلاقاو hopefully in the next webinar. Again, if you have any comments or questions, ما تنسوش you connect with us on social media, right? Thank you again for being here, and we will see you on the next webinar, inshallah. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Abdelkader. Mama.